Good morning.
Good morning. I'm actually really excited about this show today, but I'm not excited about this weather. Our lighting.
I told you.
I'm going to be like, maybe I am glad I can't see them.
I told you I'm just hanging out here in the dark. Don't pay any attention to me.
She said I was laughing so hard. You're like, maybe I'll just turn off all the lights and be done with it. Oh, mercy.
But this is going to be fun.
It is.
We always talk about it.
Yes, I'm really excited to talk about it because it's twofold. It benefits really everybody, and it's so important because we found like so many good tips, and I can't wait to share them. But so we're talking about small businesses. We're talking about ways to support them, and fortunately, on the consumer end, there's so many ways to do it, and you don't even have to make purchases to help support and encourage and influence small business owners. So the other thing is there's a bonus to all of this, which is by taking certain actions through social media and online, just supporting your small business friend, you actually can simultaneously get people talking about your own business. So it's pretty huge and fantastic. And I can't wait to talk about it today. Yeah. So let's get going.
Yes, as Sarah said, we're really excited about today's topic, and we want to welcome everybody to Marketing Mix this Friday morning, very early Friday morning. Every week, Sarah and I will be here to talk about different types of digital marketing. We really like to share our tips, things that can help you, be a resource, and today's going to be no different. So let's look where they can find our broadcast, Sarah.
You got it. All right. Every week we go live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and you can catch the replay on Instagram. And we do a shortened version of this, a 10-minute quick version on LinkedIn. And don't forget about our podcast marketing and a mic in case you don't want to look at our beautiful faces. You can still listen to our beautiful voices. So that is something. The beauty's all around. And then, of course, our YouTube channel, Fusion One Marketing. We're pushing out free resources in the form of video every week as well, all in the name of digital marketing, as we say.
It's so funny because every time you talk about LinkedIn, every time we talk about LinkedIn, I'm like, yeah, that's like running a race trying to get that in, but we get it in. So
we get it in. Yeah, we have to do a 10-minute version, and it's hard when we like to chat, and we just did a 30-minute one.
It's like no messing around.
Yeah, like straight business. So
get us started here. This is awesome.
Yeah. Again, I'm super excited about this because you may feel like if you're buying from a business and like that's your way of supporting them and that's really all you can do, but it's not. And when it comes to online and social media, especially, like businesses need help bringing awareness to their company and building that solid customer base. And it's so great that you can have a hand in helping it. So that's really what we want to talk about. So you want to kind of dive right into it, Glenna?
Yeah, we really do. First of all, I've got to flip us because I was late.
Oh my gosh.
I'll do it.
Wild.
I know. You're like, well, maybe I want to be on that side.
I know. And it's been doing that to us more and more. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, don't you know?
I think it's because I was late. Hey, you come late. You just got to take your spot.
Oh, that's right. You just take the slot that's available to you.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. So number one, what's the number one thing that you can do to help small businesses? Well, you can like, share, and follow their social media outlets and channels. So it's very easy. The most simple action you can take is start following people, their pages, and like them and friend them and follow, just like Sarah put up there. And you can even take it a step further by recommending them to your friends and family. Or, hey, if you bought something for them and you really like them, show off what you purchased and tag them. Make sure that they know that you were able to support them in that way as well.
Yeah, it's so true. And I think people don't realize like how much just sharing on social media helps. It's pretty huge. And it
Yes.
actually does a lot more than liking or following. That's important, but the whole thing is when you share something, it gives them so much more visibility. And those who receive recommendations are just as happy and as grateful to receive it as the business owners themselves. So a goal to take away from that, from liking, following, and sharing a small business, would be find your favorite top 5 places, small businesses, and then ask 5 others to like them or visit their business page. Just kind of twofold. Find your 5 and think, wow, I don't even like or follow their pages, and then actually make that recommendation to 5 other people. Makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, so yeah, make that a goal. You could have goals. I mean, let's be honest, we're all out there messing around on social media all the time anyway. So let's help people out. So number 2, what you want to do is make sure that you're interacting. Interact on
Mm-hmm.
their social media outlets and channels as well. Spread the word, again, like we said, by sharing, following. I mean, following is important, but if you're interacting with their page and what they're doing, you're bringing a whole new level of awareness to their business. So it's
Mm-hmm.
all about that algorithm. As much as we want to ignore it, when you do stuff, there's meaning behind it. So
Mm-hmm.
follow these rules, and you're going to definitely help your buddies out.
I think that's one of the biggest. There's a few messages to take away, but that's one of the biggest things, is that if you take a moment to comment on a small business's social post, you're actually not only feeding their algorithm, but you're feeding your algorithm. And so it's like, what the heck algorithm? What's that mean? I keep thinking I'm going to triple over that word.
You spit it out good.
Yeah, but it's essentially how they gauge the relevancy of people's pages and posts in the newsfeed and how they're going to prioritize them. So they love not only when there are comments and sharings and interaction, but they also love it too when you're sharing like user generated content. It's great for business and it's great for them because they look at it as, wow, you have somebody else that's recommending your own business beside yourself and sharing it. So it's a great thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to say good morning to Steve Johnson.
Good morning.
Hope you're doing well this morning. Yes, engagement is key for that algorithm. Almost.
Almost. We were close.
The more engagement that you give a business, the more people are going to see the post. And it's a lot more likely, too, that people never even heard of the business are going to be able to see the post. So, again, set a goal. Maybe comment or share on at least 3 social media posts this week for businesses that you follow.
Mm-hmm. It's a good, I mean, it's those little things that make a really, really big difference. So here's the third thing that you can do. We talked about like following, sharing their social media pages. We talked about interacting, which is commenting and engaging in it. Write them a review. Oh, it's like, I mean, I feel like almost every week we're talking about reviews, but
yeah, I know.
Really. And for multiple reasons for this. One, most people don't trust a brand until they see real life proof by a review. And it's one of the most effective tools that's out of a business owner's reach. So if you think about that, like that's such an effective, powerful tool, but it's something a small business owner can't do. So when you write them a review, I mean, it's great. It's positive proof from legitimate customers, and it's a deciding factor for many on if they're going to buy or not.
Well, I don't know about you, but every time I buy something or before I buy it, I check out reviews, I check out comments. So if the more positive things you see, the more it makes you want to buy that. So people think of reviews that just maybe on Google. There's other places that you can leave reviews. In fact, tons of places. But think about all the social media channels. Google as well, of course, and even Yelp. I won't say anything about Yelp.
I was about to say, where's Sheila? Let me see what she says here.
Yelp is a great place to get reviews. Let's just put it that way. So take a couple of minutes and really write a unique review. I mean, don't just give them stars. Make sure that you have some words with it and make this part of your activity every week too. Again, let's talk about a goal. Maybe leave a review, even if you haven't done business with that company for a while. Just leave one maybe every week. You could set that goal for a small business. Even just Google or Facebook. Those are the easiest ones to get to. So that would mean they're like gold. That's what we tell our customers. I mean, it is. And they're hard to get. So please help them out.
Oh, it's so true. They are gold. Like they have such an impact. So, all right, let's talk about the fourth thing that you can do. Sign up for their email list. So email marketing, it is one of the oldest forms of marketing, but it still is really powerful and makes a huge impact. So their emails or monthly newsletters or whatever it is, I mean, it's going to do multiple things. It's going to give you some more maybe direct access to deals and promotions. It's also going to give you a better understanding of the business and, an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the business. And it's just another way to support a small business owner that has a huge impact.
Yeah, especially if you like what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you. If I get these email reminders of stuff that I like, I'm more likely to buy it.
Oh gosh.
Again.
Yeah.
It's like put that credit card away. But it really prompts you like, well, let me see what their special is this week. I might need it.
It's so true. I mean, I've used Target as an example. They're not a small business by any means, but they send stuff so strategically. They're like, oh, it's, patio furniture time. And I'm like, it is. And I'm looking at my backyard and I'm like, this could use some sprucing up, but it's, and then I'm glad because it kind of pushes you to do, like you said, bring out the credit card.
Yeah, it's like, it pushes us to buy stuff probably we don't need to, but that's all right. You're still supporting small business. Yeah. It's all in the name of supporting.
That's very true. Yeah.
And let's see, we have Perry joining us this morning. Good morning, Perry. And Kelsey's voting. She is weighing in on your haircut. She said, good morning, love your haircut, Sarah. So there you go.
Thank you. I'm having a tough time with it, but life goes on.
It looks good. All right. So we're talking about email campaigns. Again, signing up is quick and easy. And we're not saying sign up for something you don't like. I mean, sign up for something that, it's going to be good for you as well. It doesn't take very long. Maybe just sign up for 1 or 2 every quarter. I mean, that's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. And you're right. Like all of this is kind of coming to businesses that, that you like and trust. So, all right, let's go on to the 5th point, which is to view and use Instagram stories. So here's a little tidbit. Right now, Instagram stories and reels are the most viewed form of content, if you can believe it. I do believe it.
I believe it.
Yeah. So the more views, obviously, the more priority it has in the stories feed. So you can support small businesses. This is going to be really cool that I wanted to show you. You can support small businesses in a ton of ways, but one cool way is through this called support small business sticker. And I'm going to show you what I mean, but it's really great. And you can mention the business directly in the sticker and give followers a preview of the account. Oh, I hate it when this banner sticks up here. Sorry. So here's the cool thing about it. I'm just showing you sort of a screenshot of your phone. There's a sticker on there that says support small businesses. The cool thing about that is you can go in there and type in the business owner's handle or their business page. And then that's going to get mentioned in your story feed, and they're also going to get notified with it. And the cool thing about that too is when you click on that, you can get a short preview about that business, which is that third rectangle I'm showing you, where you can visit their profile and get a small little description of what that business is about. And it's really cool.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I want somebody to leave us a sticker.
Yeah,
somebody's watching. Go leave us a sticker. I want a sticker.
I want a sticker.
We haven't had any stickers yet, but anyway, this is the neatest thing. I think it is. It's so fun. People love adding, all the little extra stuff to their stories, and this just takes it to a new level. So when people use a sticker, their story will be added to a shared Instagram story, so their followers can see it. And then other businesses that people follow are also going to be seen and being able to support them. So the SSB sticker, all right, the SSB is support small business, can help businesses reach new customers and stay connected with their service. And it is so fun.
It is really fun. So yeah, it's a great way of sharing and supporting and increasing that visibility. And yeah, like you said, I want a sticker.
Please, somebody leave me a sticker. I bet Perry can leave us a sticker. She's out on social media all the time.
Perry, leave us a sticker. Okay, so here's another, all these were ending with a little goal, which is that why don't you view and interact with a small business on Instagram stories? And they're also copy over to Facebook stories, but send a heart, a smiley face, a comment, indicating that you are supporting them. So let's recap. We're going to move into another piece of this, but let's recap how you can support small businesses. Okay. Ask 5 people to like a page of your favorite small business, comment or share at least 3 social media posts. I feel like I'm giving a homework assignment. Leave a review. Yeah. Leave a review for 1 small business. Sign up for 1 newsletter each quarter, and view and interact with a small business Instagram story. So just don't forget to do these things. Invite people to like a page, comment, share on their social media posts. It's goes a long way. Leave a review today on a small business. Leave a review.
It's Leave a Review Friday. Go out and leave reviews.
Yes.
And we wouldn't mind if you just wanted to try it out on our Google. That would be fine. Fusion One Marketing. All right. So Perry says, yes, sign up for those newsletters. Sign up, but also open them. Pay attention to them.
Yeah.
This is funny. She goes, man, Target knows my every move. Yeah, you feel like that.
Yeah, it's so true. They do. I bet you, Perry, every time you're out there in the pool and hanging out, Target's like, you need some new swim toys.
You need a new float. You need a new float. All right. We also want to say good morning to Cindy Edmonds this morning. We have a lot of early birds. All right. So Sarah recapped how you can help small businesses, help your friends out, help these businesses. Small businesses need all of our help these days. And I would imagine you're sitting there going, yeah, those small businesses need help, but I could use some help too. So the next thing we're going to talk about is if you're out here doing all this, how's it helping your business?
Yeah, right. That's the whole caveat.
Yes, exactly. And we know everybody wants to help businesses, but you need a little help too. So when you're out there doing all of these things that we mentioned, it might seem excessive to do all of these things and have those little goals and stuff that we talked about, but people are going to be able to see you doing that. There's definitely some benefits that come your way in engaging in activity on social media. It gets more eyes on your business when you're commenting, sharing, all of that kind of stuff, because everybody that likes the same business that you do, they're like, who's that person commenting and sharing? So in a roundabout way, it's going to come back and help you as well.
Yes, that's like the huge message here is like when you start to engage with other brands, businesses, and users, your own visibility increases. So that's something that's really huge. So when you think about why am I doing, of course you want to help support, of course, it's very important, but it's not time wasted. And because there's ways that you can help your own business. So why do we say all this all the time? It comes down to algorithms. It's social media's way of kind of sorting and prioritizing what posts show up in a user's feed. So it's super important to do.
Yeah, especially if you are using your business to do all of these things. In other words, represent your business when you're commenting and tagging, obviously, with something we didn't mention before, but interact as your business so that people can see you. So commenting, sharing, tagging, these are all good activities and gets you higher engagement as well as the business that you're helping out. And again, Sarah mentioned algorithm. Yeah. All right. You have more likelihood of you being seen, and it's going to help you in the ranking factors.
Yes, really important. So if you are somebody that is out there and engaging, you're doing a good job. So, Okay, so how to make it strategic for your business. So we've talked about the ways that you can support small business owners, but how is this going to be strategic for your own business? Well, the first step is to follow other brands and influencers. So while you follow and share and support other businesses, begin to think about kind of how you can strategically incorporate that into your own business. So that's something to think about while you're out there liking other brands.
Yeah, people might think this seems kind of weird. Why would you follow people that are similar to you? Well, there's always a person, or not a person, but a business that has more followers and has, is higher up on the ranking factors than you are. So it doesn't hurt to get them to say, hey, thanks, or, mention you. In fact, you just did that. Was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody to do that. Maybe explain that and how you used it.
Yes.
And how it got us some engagement.
So Digital Marketer, they're a huge hub, still in the digital marketing space, but they do a lot more. They are sort of also a resource hub. They do a lot of things, but one would think maybe on the surface, why would I want to tag or mention another digital marketing type of brand? Well, like I said, they are in a different realm than us. They're very well known, and because they're very well known, I wanted to get a little bit of access to them. So what I did is I took one of their posts. I didn't do anything to it, but left the copy the same. I shared it on all of our social media pages, but then I also tagged Digital Marketer in it, and I gave them all the kudos. I said, thanks to our friends over at Digital Marketer, blah, blah, blah. Well, what was so great about that is that they actually recognized it, and they recognized us for doing that. And they gave us a response and a comment on our page. And it was just that whole beautiful thing coming full circle of how it works.
Yeah, exactly right. And LinkedIn's another place. I know people don't always think of LinkedIn with a lot of engagement, but a lot of times LinkedIn will even send you messages if it's related topics and ask you to comment and share and like, and kind of, so you want to make sure that you're doing that. They're basically saying, hey, we're going to give you an opportunity to, get your brand out there more.
Yes, exactly. So I've got a little tip to share with this. Yes. Hang on, my son is screaming. So we're live, and I've got a kid that's knocking on the door.
Come on in. What do you need?
I know. I'm like, gosh, as if they don't know by now. So here's a little tip. Get local. This is something that's really cool. If you go, especially on Instagram, you can search a specific place, a neighborhood, a city, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to target. And by going on that search page, so if you're on Instagram, go to the places tab, and then you can type in the name of the place and see all kind of the geotag posts for that location. It's just another way to kind of insert yourself into what's going on locally and figure out what's going on and how to insert yourself in the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you love summer break?
Really trying. It's really great, but it's really trying.
And I know you love your boys. I know that's not it, but I get it. Well, no, I don't really get it. I don't know how you do everything you do, but anyway.
Oh gosh, well.
A little break here and there. All right, speaking of breaks, all right, break down your searches for users in 3 distinct categories. And this may seem simple or may seem obvious to you, but search for people you know. That's pretty obvious, but you're going to be surprised of how many people that you know that you aren't following.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And LinkedIn is one of those places that it always kills me when I'm like, are these people not on LinkedIn? But anyway, that's another whole show. People you sort of know, because, hey, meet new people all the time is a good thing. And people you probably should know. So those are the 3 things to keep in mind. Also, use industry-specific hashtags to search and gain a relevant finding.
That's really important too. So go on to Instagram, go on to Facebook, go on to a lot. Even LinkedIn will tell you some relevant hashtags, and go in there and then see what is relevant to your niche industry. So, excuse me. Here's another good point. Most social sites, once you start following, they'll give you recommendations for other people, brands that might appeal based on who you follow and your industry. So my recommendation is when you get those, follow them. You don't have to follow all of them, but make it a point to follow some of them.
Yes, exactly. And make sure you have your notifications turned on, because if you don't, you're going to miss some of this stuff, and you want to be engaged. You want to make sure that you're interacting regularly and knowing when people are helping you out.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very, very true. So there's a second point to all of this. So we've talked about the brands and how important it is to kind of like and follow those types of influencers. And like you said, they're not necessarily competitors, but connect and comment. That's the second point we want to make. So send a quick message to a few people that you follow. You know, everyone has some kind of a following. Even if your network is small, there are people out there that have a little bit of influence. I mean, we talked about referral marketing and how there's those connectors out there. Well, they're out there on social media as well. So and then kind of begin to create some sort of like real organic relationship with some influencers in your niche. And you do that by connecting and commenting on their own stuff.
Exactly. And I know they sound like a lot, but again, we're out there. You may as well make it worth your while you're scrolling. Interact with some people. So just start commenting and engaging with their content. Make sure you're responding too. If people are commenting and helping you out, respond to them. For every post, also use kind of like a mix of relevant hashtags. Don't always stick with the same ones. That way it kind of spreads it out over the search, like a search engine, I guess, within the social media channels.
Yeah, that's such a good point, because you really did that. And that's how you can participate in like popular conversations and know what popular hashtags are. Just start searching them. And here's an example. So let's say you're a carpentry company. Start, search for hashtag woodworking. And then you can start seeing what is the other popular hashtags that are within that niche industry. And it's your way of sort of feeling out what's out there and inserting yourself into conversations.
Exactly. Now, when you're thinking about doing all of this stuff, there's one thing you have to keep in mind. You have to make your brand follow worthy. So if you're going to all of this trouble to get all of this engagement going, make sure that when people come and land on your page and they're checking you out, that you have some good content, because they're going to want to support and share your stuff, return the favor because you've helped them. But they're going to feel kind of weird about it if they come and land on your page and they're like, I don't really there's nothing to share. Number one, maybe there's nothing there. Number two, it may just be a bunch of worthless, So
yeah, you're right. You want to make your brand follow with it, because it's like, why do all this work? Why try to get, try to engage with others, connect, comment, bring all these people in to get eyes on your page, and then your page is horrible.
Yeah.
So sharing content from other businesses is important, but don't forget that to create your own original content, and that could be a whole nother show, which we're actually going to touch on next week, is like why that matters so much. So really do that and follow analytics to see what people are liking out there.
Yes, exactly. I've got some stats here, so I'm going to read this so I make sure I don't get it wrong. But when customers feel connected to a brand, they're 68% more likely to recommend it to a friend. That's huge. And they're 76% more likely to buy it over a competitor. And this came from Sprout Social. They did a survey asking people what they thought about these things. So make sure you're posting consistently with good content. We can't say that enough. Because if your stuff doesn't deserve to be shared, guess what? They're not going to share it. So.
Yeah, they're not going to share it. Yeah. You're not going to be interesting. So there's just two little recaps that we want to touch on here. But here's your reminder. When you start to engage with other brands, businesses, and users, your own visibility will increase. That's the whole point of what we're talking about here, about supporting small businesses and then how it can help your own business. So here's your takeaway of how to help your own business. Post consistently to your stories and news feeds. Connect with new accounts within your niche. That's key. Find your niche, something that falls right into the realm of your business space. Like, follow, and share other people's content. And beyond that, engage and comment on other people's content. That's really huge. And also use a mix of relevant hashtags. And what we mean by relevant is hashtags that are industry specific to your business. Goes a long, long way. And make this a consistent goal, not just a one-time thing.
Yes, very, very important. And we do have one more person joining us this morning. I have a feeling that they're related to Perry Barzagari. And I don't want to try. Is it Mansour Barzagari? I hope I didn't. Perry, you're going to have to help me with that pronunciation. But we do appreciate you joining us this morning as well. All right, that's a wrap. I mean, that was a lot of content. That was a lot of stuff, but it's all fun stuff. We're out there having fun on social media. So help a business out. Help a brother out.
Help a brother out. Yeah. That's why I was so excited about this, because I'm like, gosh, it works. It's like one of those things where it's like an exercise regimen. It really works if you follow through with it. So thanks for joining. And next week, we're actually going to take this a little bit further, right? We're going to talk about content specifically on social media. And I cut you off, Glenna. Were you saying anything?
No, I was just going to say we'll be back next Friday, 8 a.m. to talk about what Sarah just said. And until then, have a great week.
Have a good week.
All right. Bye.